Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Driving Insights Podcast by M5 Management Services, where we cover ways for your fixed operations department to gain efficiency, customer retention, and long-term profitability. I'm your host, Tim Harkins, brand manager at M5 Management Services, and on today's show, we'll talk about the importance of setting and managing technician production objectives in your service department. We'll dive into what technician production is, why it's crucial for profitability, and how to successfully implement and manage these objectives to increase efficiency, create a consistent workflow, and drive employee satisfaction and retention. So buckle up. You're listening to Driving Insights. So imagine embarking on a journey to a new destination without a map or any sense of direction. You might eventually reach your goal, but the path would be filled with uncertainty, wasted time, and frustration. This is precisely what happens in many service departments when the staff comes to work each day without clear goals or a definition of what constitutes a successful day. Setting clear objectives is crucial in any workplace, as it provides a roadmap for employees to follow and a benchmark for measuring progress. When everyone understands what they're working towards and how their individual efforts contribute to the larger picture, they can work more efficiently and effectively. In the context of a service department, setting technician production goals is a fundamental step in ensuring profitability and success. By establishing these objectives and communicating them clearly to the staff, service managers can create a sense of purpose and direction that drives productivity and job satisfaction. Now let's take a closer look at the concept of technician production and why it plays such a vital role in the profitability of a service department. Technician production is defined as the measurement of billed hours as a percentage of hours worked. In other words, it's a way to quantify how efficiently a technician is working and how much revenue they are generating for the department. For instance, let's say a technician works an 8-hour shift and manages to bill 10 flat rate hours during that time. In this case, their production would be measured at an impressive 125%. This means that not only did they complete their expected workload for the day, but they also went above and beyond, generating additional revenue for the service department. Now, you might be wondering why this metric is so important. Well, technician production is a critical foundation for service department profitability because it directly reflects the efficiency and effectiveness of the technicians. When technicians consistently meet or exceed their production goals, the department can generate more revenue without necessarily increasing overhead costs like hiring additional staff or expanding the facility. However, it's crucial to understand that the inventory of technician billable hours starts to expire as soon as the workday begins. This means that every minute a technician isn't working on a billable task is a minute that can never be recovered. It's similar to an airplane with empty seats. Once that plane takes off, those seats represent lost revenue that can never be recouped. This is why it's so important for service managers to establish and track production objectives. By setting clear goals and monitoring technician performance, managers can ensure that their team is making the most of their time and contributing to the department's bottom line. When technicians understand their production objectives and are held accountable for meeting them, they are more likely to stay focused and efficient throughout the day. So in essence, technician production is a powerful tool for measuring and optimizing the performance of a service department. By defining this metric and using it to guide technician performance, service managers can unlock the full potential of their team and drive profitability for the dealership as a whole. Service managers often struggle with establishing, reviewing, tracking, and holding their staff accountable for production objectives. This failure can stem from various reasons, leading to a range of negative consequences for the service department and the dealership as a whole. One common reason for this failure is lack of understanding about the importance of technician production. Some service managers may not fully grasp how setting and monitoring these objectives can impact a department's efficiency and profitability. And without this understanding, they may not prioritize the implementation and management of production goals. Another reason is that service managers may not know how to establish realistic production objectives. Setting goals that are too high or too low can be detrimental to staff morale and productivity. Managers may also lack the knowledge or tools to effectively review and track these objectives, making it difficult to identify areas for improvement or recognize success. In some cases, service managers may hesitate to hold their staff accountable for their production performance. They may fear damaging relationships or creating a negative work environment. However, failing to hold technicians accountable can lead to a lack of motivation and a decline in productivity over time. The consequences of not establishing, reviewing, tracking, and holding staff accountable for production objectives can be severe. When technicians don't have clear goals to work towards, they may feel directionless and uninspired. This can lead to decreased efficiency, lower job satisfaction, and even increased turnover rates. Without a system for monitoring and optimizing technician production, service departments may miss out on significant revenue opportunities. They may struggle to identify bottlenecks in their processes or fail to capitalize on the full potential of their team. So in short, neglecting technician production objectives can create a ripple effect of negative consequences throughout the service department. It's crucial for service managers to recognize the importance of these objectives and take steps to effectively establish, review, track, and hold their staff accountable for meeting them. Now, if you're one of those service managers struggling to implement effective technician production objectives, we can help. Our experienced consultants will guide you through the process of setting realistic goals, communicating them clearly, and tracking progress to ensure success. We'll work with you to identify areas for improvement and help you foster a culture of accountability and continuous improvement in your service department. So take the first step towards transforming your service department today. Fill out our free consultation form on our website, www.m5ms.com, and one of our knowledgeable consultants will touch base to discuss your unique needs and develop a customized plan for your success. When technician production objectives are established correctly, they can have a profound impact on the daily operations and overall success of a service department. By setting clear, realistic goals for each technician, service managers can create a roadmap for increasing daily billable hours, fostering a consistent workflow, and implementing a process to monitor and adjust shop loading. One of the primary benefits of well-established production objectives is an increase in daily billable hours. When technicians have a clear understanding of what is expected of them and are provided with the tools and support to meet those expectations, they are way more likely to work efficiently and effectively. This increased productivity translates directly into more billable hours each day, which can have a significant impact on the department's revenue and profitability. In addition to increasing billable hours, technician production objectives can help create a consistent workflow within the service department. When everyone is working towards the same goals and following the same processes, it becomes easier to manage the flow of work and ensure that tasks are completed in a timely manner. This consistency can also help reduce stress and frustration among team members, as they have a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities. Another key benefit of establishing technician production objectives is that they provide a process for monitoring and adjusting shop loading. By tracking each technician's performance against their objectives, service managers can quickly identify areas where additional support or resources may be needed. They can also make informed decisions about how to allocate work among team members based on their skills, experience, and current workload. For example, if a particular technician is consistently exceeding their production objectives, the service manager may choose to assign them more complex or high-priority tasks. On the other hand, if a technician is struggling to meet their objectives, the manager can provide additional training or support to help them improve their performance. Ultimately, the success of technician production objectives relies on the service manager's ability to establish realistic, achievable goals and to communicate those goals clearly to their team. By involving technicians in the goal-setting process and providing regular feedback and support, managers can foster a culture of accountability and continuous improvement within the service department. Technician production objectives are a powerful tool for increasing daily billable hours, creating a consistent workflow, and optimizing shop loading. When implemented correctly, they can help service departments maximize their productivity, profitability, and overall success. Many service managers face a variety of excuses and misconceptions that prevent them from implementing technician production objectives in their service departments. These mental barriers can be significant obstacles to improving productivity, efficiency, and profitability. However, by addressing these common excuses head on, service managers can overcome their hesitations and realize the benefits of setting clear production goals for their team. One common excuse is the belief that tracking production won't actually help the shop. Some managers may feel that their current processes are sufficient and that implementing new objectives would be a waste of time and resources. However, the reality is that every shop can benefit from setting clear, measurable goals for their technicians. By establishing a benchmark for performance and holding team members accountable, service managers can identify areas for improvement and drive positive change within the department. Another excuse that many service managers use is that they simply don't have time to implement and manage production objectives. They may feel overwhelmed by the idea of running reports, meeting with technicians, and tracking performance on a regular basis. While it's true that implementing production objectives does require an investment of time and effort, the long-term benefits far outweigh the initial challenges. By taking the time to establish clear goals and communicate them effectively to the team, service managers can create a more efficient, productive, and profitable department in the long run. Some managers may also hold the misconception that all technicians should be expected to produce the same number of flat rate hours, regardless of their individual skills and experience. However, this one-size-fits-all approach fails to account for the unique strengths and weaknesses of each team member. By setting personalized objectives based on each technician's historical performance and growth potential, service managers can create a more equitable and motivating environment that encourages continuous improvement. Some service managers may resist implementing production objectives because they believe that their shop is unique and that this approach simply won't work for them. They may point to specific challenges or limitations within their department that they feel make it impossible to set and track performance goals. However, the truth is that every shop, regardless of its size, location, or clientele, can benefit from establishing clear expectations and holding team members accountable. While the specific objectives and strategies may vary from one shop to another, the fundamental principles of setting goals, tracking progress, and providing feedback are universal. Addressing the common excuses and misconceptions that prevent service managers from implementing technician production objectives is crucial for overcoming resistance to change and realizing the full potential of the service department. By recognizing the benefits of this approach and taking steps to establish clear, measurable goals for their team, service managers can create a more productive, efficient, and profitable service department. Implementing technician production objectives in a service department requires careful planning and execution. By following a few key steps, service managers can successfully establish clear goals, communicate them effectively to their team, and create a culture of accountability and continuous improvement. The first step in implementing production objectives is to determine the average flat rate hours for each technician. This involves analyzing historical performance data to establish a baseline for each team member's productivity. Service managers should look at factors such as the number of hours billed, the types of tasks performed, and the efficiency of each technician over a specific period, such as the past 3 to 6 months. By understanding each technician's average performance, managers can set realistic goals that challenge team members to improve without overwhelming them. Once the baseline has been established, the next step is to apply realistic performance increases to create the production objectives. These increases should be based on factors such as the technician's experience level, skill set, and potential for growth. For example, a newer technician may have a lower initial objective with a higher percentage increase, while a more experienced technician may have a higher initial objective with a more moderate increase. The key is to create objectives that are both challenging and achievable, so that technicians feel motivated to improve their performance over time. After the production objectives have been established, it's crucial to communicate them clearly to the team. Service managers should schedule a meeting with each technician to discuss their individual objectives, answer any questions, and provide guidance on how to achieve them. This is also an opportunity to address any concerns or obstacles that technicians may face in meeting their goals, such as lack of training or resources. So by having an open and honest dialogue with each team member, service managers can foster a sense of ownership and accountability for the objectives. To ensure that technicians stay on track and continue to make progress toward their objectives, service managers should implement daily production meetings. These brief, focused meetings should take place at the beginning of each shift and involve reviewing the previous day's performance, discussing any challenges or successes, and setting priorities for the current day. By keeping the team informed and engaged on a daily basis, service managers can create a sense of urgency and momentum around the production objectives. It's essential to track and measure progress toward the objectives on a regular basis. Service managers should use a combination of daily, weekly, and monthly reports to monitor each technician's performance and identify areas for improvement. They should also provide regular feedback and coaching to help technicians stay on track and overcome any obstacles that might arise. By celebrating successes and addressing challenges in a timely, constructive manner, service managers can create a culture of continuous improvement and accountability within the service department. Implementing technician production objectives requires a strategic and collaborative approach. By determining average flat rate hours, applying realistic performance increases, communicating clearly with the team, holding daily production meetings, and tracking progress regularly, service managers can successfully establish and achieve clear goals for their service department. With persistence and dedication, this approach can lead to increased productivity, efficiency, and profitability for the entire team. When technician production objectives are properly implemented in a service department, they can have a profound and positive impact on various aspects of the business, including employee satisfaction, retention, shop loading, and department forecasting. First and foremost, well-designed production objectives can greatly enhance employee satisfaction. When technicians have clear goals to work towards and feel supported in their efforts to achieve them, they are way more likely to feel valued and engaged in their work. This sense of purpose and direction can lead to increased job satisfaction as technicians feel that they are making a meaningful contribution to the success of the department. When objectives are achieved, the recognition and rewards that follow can further boost morale and motivation. In addition to improving employee satisfaction, properly implemented production objectives can also have a significant impact on retention. When technicians feel challenged, supported, and valued in their work, they're more likely to stay with the company long term. This is particularly important in the automotive service industry, where skilled technicians are in high demand and turnover can be costly. By creating a positive and engaging work environment through the use of production objectives, service managers can reduce turnover and build a loyal, experienced team. Another key benefit of implementing technician production objectives is improved shop loading. By setting clear goals for each technician and monitoring progress on a daily basis, service managers can ensure that the work is distributed efficiently and effectively across the team. This can help prevent bottlenecks and delays, as well as optimize the use of resources such as tools and equipment. When shop loading is well managed, the department can operate at peak efficiency, leading to increased productivity and profitability. Properly implemented production objectives can greatly enhance department forecasting. By tracking technician performance data over time, service managers can identify trends and patterns that can inform future planning and decision making. For example, if certain types of tasks consistently take longer than expected, or certain technicians consistently outperform others, this information can be used to adjust objectives, allocate resources, and optimize processes. By using data-driven insights to inform forecasting, service managers can make more accurate projections about revenue, staffing needs, and other key metrics. The positive impacts of properly implemented technician production objectives cannot be overstated. From improving employee satisfaction and retention to optimizing shop loading and enhancing department forecasting, this approach can transform the way a service department operates. By setting clear goals, communicating effectively with the team, and using data to drive continuous improvement, service managers can create a culture of excellence that benefits everyone involved. With the right mindset and tools, production objectives can be a powerful force for positive change in any service department. Now, if you're a current service manager, fixed ops director, or even a general manager and need a fast and easy way to run those technician reports, you need ROSE Plus, the game-changing repair order survey and evaluation software that delivers unparalleled financial visibility for your fixed operations. With seamless DMS integration, ROSE Plus provides a 360-degree analytical view of your service department, enabling you to elevate service advisor excellence, make data-driven decisions, optimizing advertising spend, spot hidden opportunities, and find the sweet spot for pricing. Visit www.m5ms.com to learn more and request a demo today by filling out the free consultation form. Now, before we go, it's time for this week's homework, and this is a big one. We've created a 30-question list for service managers to ask themselves when starting to implement production objectives in their service department. This list will help you assess your current situation, identify areas for improvement, and guide your decision-making process as you embark on this journey. In addition to the question list, we've also developed a comprehensive 15-point roadmap for implementing production objectives. This roadmap covers everything from analyzing historical data and setting realistic objectives to communicating progress to stakeholders and fostering a culture of accountability. Both the 30-question list and the 15-point implementation roadmap are available in the show notes and on our website, www.m5ms.com, under the Driving Insights section. You'll see the episode list and a link to download these valuable resources. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for listening. I've been your host, Tim Harkins, brand manager at M5 Management Services. As always, if you have any questions or topic suggestions, or may be interested in how M5 could help your fixed operations department, please contact us on our website, www.m5ms.com today. Make sure to tune in next time, where we'll talk about more industry topics that will help you drive your fixed operations department to increased efficiency, customer retention, and long-term profitability. Thank you, everyone. This has been Driving Insights.